Good morning, everybody. I want to hit you guys first thing in the morning with a quick honest physique update so you guys can check out my upper body. Feeling a bit fluffy. I'm in pure powerlifting mode right now and I'm actually feeling pretty good. If you guys don't want to see my legs, skip it like 10 seconds and I'll show you guys my legs so you guys can see not too many lines in my legs. It's always good feeling cracking open one of the new pieces. I got this new piece from Guess and it's a cool little crew neck. I like the design. The fit is actually what I like the best. It's a crew neck, but it has a wider body, so you can see that's a lot more loose fitting, especially around the shoulder area. Also rocking the new final version of the Limitless hats, and this is the new and final sample, guys. I think this is the first time showing them on the channel and I'm super happy with the new logos. Got a new supplier, so the stitching is a lot higher quality, and when they're shipped they come a lot more secure, so they have cardboard protection. Also, I got the new chain and I'll have to zoom in on it, but I love these chains here. It has a lot of meaning behind it. Reminds me and connects to the first series I've ever done on YouTube. And then also I have jeans from Asus, spray on, all black, definitely a classic. As for sneakers, I got the Invincible and Adidas collab all white Ultra Boosts, but lately I've been messing with the 9317s right here, and they're just a super comfortable shoe, and the Nikis. So I feel like a lot of people sleep on these. You can actually find these shoes on sale a lot of the time, but personally I feel like they're one of the comfiest pairs of shoes. A little bit of a gloomy day today, but you know it's gonna be a good day. I'm actually meeting up with Jeff later on. We're hitting a big chest workout. Rashawn's gonna be recording it for his channel, and then we have Danny Gets Fit coming down into town with Morgan losing, so it's gonna be cool to kick it with them. And then Eddie's coming after his work shift. Jesus, so loud, and gonna record the second half of this video, so I'm really excited to meet up with them. They're just positive vibes. You definitely want to surround yourself around people that will be a positive influence on your life, because I definitely feel like the people that you surround yourself around most is actually going to influence your life the most, and it's something that I truly believe and like to push a lot. In the mornings I like to switch things up, so I just starting the day off with a tall coffee. First thing that I'm having today, and ended up getting a reduced fat turkey bacon sandwich. And yes, it's because I had a high weigh-in today. It actually was the highest weigh-in since my show, so it's the heaviest I weighed all year, which I'm totally okay with, but I do want to tighten things up because I don't want to go over too much, because I'm supposed to weigh 83 kilograms for my next meet. I don't want to jeopardize any progress for the future and keep things nice and tight. I'm just here getting some work done and enjoy this before we head back and meet up with Skylar for lunch. Just got back home and had lunch with Babe. It's always great seeing her throughout the day, break up my day. You know, you gotta have time for your loved ones. It can't always be grind. But she headed back down, I'm back to work, and I wanted to go over something really quickly and go over some of the new stuff that we got. So like I mentioned, I'm super happy with these hats and with these tags. And the meaning behind Limitless is that I want you guys to reach your potential. Don't put a limit on yourself, aka limitless. It kind of sounds corny, but starting out my fitness journey, I never would have thought I would have reached anything or achieved anything that I have before I put my mind to it. And the only thing that changed was making that decision to actually try. During my prep for the first time, I would have never thought I would have turned pro, and competing on the platform for the first couple times, I would have never thought I would have broke records. All I had to do was give myself a chance and actually compete and just go in and try my personal best. And when I wear this, has Limitless on one side and the other says your potential is limitless. And when you're wearing this, I want you to know that not just the fitness, but your career and life, that you should put everything that you have into what you do and do your very best, because you don't know what you can achieve until you put your mind to it. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that could surpass even what their current goals are right now. I find that when you are working towards things in life that are truly have meaning for you and that you actually have passion, that's when you succeed the most. So don't be afraid to do stuff that you love to do, and who cares about what what people think. Let people judge you, because you're the only one that has to live your life. That's one of the big things with this brand, is that it's not just physical, you know, it has a meaning behind it, and that's what you're representing. So, and that's why I have the Limitless collection, and I'm super happy I officially put in the order for the first flash launch, so soft launch, that we're going to be doing, and I'm going to be only doing that for you guys on social media, so through YouTube and Instagram, with no affiliates with it. I just want to give you guys the first, let you guys know first when it's coming out, people who truly support me and who truly want to be a part of this movement. I know this kind of looks sus, but I had a great value macaroni, and I had a ice cream sandwich, these caramel flavor. That's gonna be my first part of my pre-workout meal, but I also need to get hydrated and get my vitamins in before I take my pre-workout and head over to the gym. My stack right now is Muscle Freak. I'm taking vitamin D, rhodiola, and creatine. So I don't really need to take the creatine or vitamin D during my pre-workout. I just find that it's another opportunity to take some of the stuff because I forget, and just makes it easier for me. All right, so we got Eddie behind the camera, Eddie.lifts. I'm super stoked. I'm actually heading to Halifax tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna be there for a week before I head over to the Edmonton show. Eddie's gonna come down as well. We have a couple athletes competing. I'm super stoked for this show. It's gonna be a lot of competition, and it's just vibes, just seeing everyone compete. I'm a fan, I'm a true fan. So Sky is actually taking us down, and we need to pick up some donuts right now. Protein donuts. Like I always say, you gotta have the good substitutes. Can't always indulge and make an excuse to gain a lot of weight. These are great for that, and they taste really good. Probably because they taste really good mostly, right babe? Yeah. So after that, I'm gonna take you guys through how to efficiently utilize the squat, the hip thrust, and deadlift. I'm gonna use beautiful Skylar as my model today, and then show you guys how to perform the form correctly, and little tips here and there to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck out of the movement. I find these movements are the staples of a lot of routines. I'm definitely excited to share a lot of tips and be the personal trainer of today versus the athlete, and really take you guys through the nitty-gritty.
You're such a fucking hoe, I love it. Your boyfriend is a dork, make love it.
You know, it's my favorite time of day when I get donuts. I think this calls for an epic cheat day in the future. Then we just won't keep it in. Yo, okay, so they hooked us up. I think these are like caramel, I don't know what they are. They kind of look like turtle-ish. And then we have cake batter, chocolate. Oh, these are chocolate turtle pro nut. So I'm gonna try the cake batter. I haven't had these ones before, and they look like flames. Literally tastes like I'm eating cake. I have to fuel myself before I get to the video with Scott. So I'll see you guys next at the gym. All right guys, so we're here at the gym. I got my beautiful model Skylar today, and the first exercise we're gonna be going over is the deadlift. So what we're gonna do is gonna switch things up a little bit. I'm gonna check out her form, and then I'm gonna give a couple little critiques, and then I want you guys to try and implement that within your lifts here. So she's actually just starting out learning these movements. It's probably only been a couple months, and what is this, your second deadlift session ever?
Yeah.
So guys, don't be too savage. Second deadlift session ever, but this is perfect timing, and yeah, let's get to the set. One little thing I would say is that her grip is a little bit wide, so when we bring it in, we want to make sure the grip is below our shoulders to reduce the range of motion of the lift. And then we just want to ensure that we take the slack out of the bar before we actually lift the weight. So I'm sure that she did it, but it could be hard to see as she's going through it a little bit fast in real time. James told me, he's like this? Are you going both back like that? Oh no, don't go like that. Like this or
That's
this?
weird to me. I do go like this.
I don't do that. That's gonna be way harder.
Oh, what do you do?
So one little thing that she did that I didn't catch was that she uses a double underhand grip, and she felt like that's comfortable. Personally, I don't like to recommend that. I should recommend a double overhand, and if that's a little bit too heavy, try an alternate grip or use straps and or chalk. I want to emphasize keeping the bar closer to your body. So when you are putting the bar further away from the body, you have to exert more force to lift up the same amount of weight. We want to make sure the movement is most efficient, and we're using all of our energy to move the bar in a perfectly vertical bar path. So we want to scrape up the bar, up our shins, and then we want to pull our hips through to make sure we're close to the bar as possible throughout the entire range of motion. The back of the head, the upper back, and the lower back should be perfectly in a straight line. We want to ensure that our spine is in a neutral position. This is something that I really want to emphasize with this movement, because you can risk lower back injury if you don't emphasize that. So you want to focus on keeping your core nice and tight, your chest up, move the weight very slowly, and even drop the weight if you have to. So I feel like a lot of people don't use this movement, and it can help a lot, especially if you're trying to get stronger with the deadlift or the squat, because it directly focuses on hip extension. That's what the hip thrust is, and it activates the glutes. By getting better at this movement, it helped me actually increase my squat, and it helped me increase my deadlift. So the main thing I would say on this one is that you want to keep your core nice and tight and focus on having all the way your head all the way down to your hip as a lever. You don't want to bend it back and forth like this. You want to make sure your spine stays strong, and then you're using your glutes at the hips and folding like this. So your legs here, and then your torso, it's like a board. You want to come up and down. You don't want to bend it. The second tip for more glute activation is that we're gonna spread our feet out into a 45-degree angle. Make sure we have a stance that's a little bit wider than shoulder width. As you're coming up, you wanna have a strong mind-muscle connection. Focus on activating the glutes, because the movement alone may not activate, especially if you're not used to activating your glutes and you use your lower back a lot. One thing you can also do is keep your core nice and tight. What you'll do is put your glutes at a biomechanical disadvantage and force them to work. So we're doing a different variation of the squat. We'll be doing the low bar squat. So the bar is gonna be on her traps and near her rear delts versus the top part of her traps. This is gonna create a slight bend forward and more emphasis on the posterior chain, as you can see here. With all movements, you wanna make sure the back is straight and the vertical bar path is also vertical, straight up and down. I do want to emphasize keeping your back straight with all movements, because I want to ensure that you're safe first. I want to make sure the form is perfect before you start moving up in weight. You can get away with actually getting a bit stronger slowly with a rounded back, but in turn it is better to take a step back, lower the weight, make sure your back is straight to make sure you're working the correct muscles, and you'll actually be able to improve and get stronger a lot faster when things are done properly. So when you're setting up for this one, everyone's stances are gonna be a little bit different. If you're having trouble getting a little bit lower on the squat, I recommend you taking a step out and then pointing your toes out just a little bit. This will help with mobility, getting that bottom range of motion. Once you are able to get to the bottom range, you want to focus on ensuring your knees don't cave in. Safety always comes first, and you want to make sure you're performing the movement efficiently, getting the most out of it. Alrighty guys, that's all the movements I'm going over today. Focusing on these small things will help you progress further in the long term. Small steps over time for big long-term changes. So I'm gonna finish up here and then head over to get some food with the Boro, Danny Gets Fit, and Morgan Losing, wherever they are. Hey, look who it is! Is that Danny Gets Fit and Morgan Losing? Oh my god, can I get an autograph? Hazelnut spread cocoa crisp.
Alright, yeah, that does sound pretty good. That looks good.
Guys, is it weird if I take my jacket off and wear a tank top in the restaurant? I feel like I'll get judged.
It's okay.
Alright guys, got the black pepper burger on a really cool looking bun. What kind of bun is this?
Brioche.
Brioche bun, yam fries, some type of mayo. And babe got the fish and chips.
Make sure you get your vitamins.
Make sure you get your micronutrients. That's for me. How's that? Good?
It's good, yeah.
Got seconds of yam fries. Definitely not finishing them. Pretty full. Had a good little last night before I head out with the family here. Hope you guys like this style of video. Please let me know below if this is a style you guys like. Kind of had a little bit more vloggy style. It's pretty fun. Anyways, guys, if you liked the video, please let me know. Subscribe if you're not part of the team, and I'll see you in the next one.